Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and make a video because I feel like this is definitely something that oftentimes we do not talk about, and it's really important that we do. Um, I know so often, you get so caught up in wanting to, be with somebody, or, you may feel pressure because of your age to, you know, try to get married. And I mean that's good, definitely, and especially knowing that that's a goal that you have for yourself. But and I noticed that a lot of times we can get so caught up in a lot of these social media, I guess, life coaches or what have you, um, talking about, oh, if he is this way and he talks this way, I even get caught up in that too, especially with Steve Harvey. If this person is this way and she says this to you, then this is, blase blase, but I think that the thing that's really not being talked about is what's going on with you, you know are there some things that you need to really work on within yourself before you even try to pursue these goals or these relationships that you have? You know, are you aware of your triggers? Are you aware of have you resolved those traumas that you've had due to your past relationships? What are your false perceptions of the other gender? Or if you are a person that is in a same-sex relationship, what are your false perceptions about, you know, the other gender? You know, we tend to forget that we may need to do work within ourselves. You know, why is it that I continue to go into the same relationship? Why do I continue to fall into those same type of patterns? We never give time to work on ourselves. We never give time to work on our healings, to acknowledge and address these triggers and these traumas that we may have, you know? And we end up right back in the same place that we are in because we don't explore that. We get so caught up and focus on why everybody else ain't right. What's going on with us? What's going on with me? What's going on with you? You know? And I think that a lot of times we want to focus and place the blame on the other person when we are the captain of our ship. We are the makers of our reality. Take the time out to really figure out what's going on with you, you know? Especially if it's something that you really want. And I really, really believe that you are more than capable and able to obtain those things, you know? I even gone to the place where I'm just like, I am not even going to try to entertain another type of ship. Ship, yes, relationship. If I don't gather myself, because I know what I want, and I sure as hell know what I'm willing to put forth and bring to the table, We really have to take the time out to really look at ourselves and work on ourselves. I promise, when you begin to love yourself a little bit more, I'm like, I need to work on loving myself a little bit more. Work on Why is it that I'm triggered by certain situations? Why is it that I have an issue with or abandonment, you know? Why is it that I try not to get attached? You know, why is it that I'm afraid of commitment? You know, stuff like that, you know? We can look at, you know what, don't get me wrong, a lot of these life coaches, Instagram or Facebook life coaches they got out there, and sometimes those men are very misogynistic, you know, and you know, just I think that the reality is self-work, self-love, you know, boundaries, having boundaries for yourself. Loving yourself enough to work on yourself, to take care of yourself, to pay more attention to yourself. You know, and a lot of times when that happens, you know, God usually brings those people to you, you know. I think it's just about time for us to not just get so caught up in, oh, trying to fix myself to be like this so that I can attract the thing that it is that I want. The only way you're going to be able to attract anything is if you work within yourself, your traumas, your triggers, being honest, you know. And the reality is, are you even really ready to take on that responsibility? Because relationships are a responsibility, you know. Are you even ready to handle that type of responsibility? You know. And you know what? I understand. Because of your age, you really, and the world will have you convinced, especially as an African American woman, that nobody's checking for you. The devil is a lie. Just remember, there are men in so many different races. Don't limit yourself, you know. Don't limit yourself. Don't rush yourself. Don't enter something so prematurely, you know, that because you're not ready, you mess things up. And what happens is it just continues to delay because you're trying so hard not to focus on yourself and work on yourself. Don't do that, you know. It's okay. I even said to myself, I have more to learn about myself. I have more to add on to myself. I got some more loving to do for myself, on myself. I know what I want. I know what I'm willing to bring. I know what I'm willing to give. You know? So just don't get caught up on the hype. Continue to work on yourself. Go to therapy if you need to. I think that's one of the best things you can do, especially with the stigma amongst African American people. You know, we need to heal. We've been through so much. We've been through a lot of trauma. Whether it's family, whether it's society, you know, whether it's past things, past issues, you know, we have to first work on the woman or the man in the mirror. Don't get so caught up focusing on what this person is doing is good, what this person is doing is great, that we lose sight in trying to work on ourselves. Miss the opportunity to truly love ourselves or even add on to ourselves. Be the gift of healing to yourself. All right. It's been a while. I've been trying to say this for some reason. I guess today is the day. Y'all be blessed.